If you're a guy in your 20s and you are trying to lose weight, then you are in the perfect place to be because this is exactly how I went from being a skinny and insecure kid to a competitive bodybuilder on stage. So, starting off with who this program is for. Well, this is for guys in their 20s that want to put on muscle and unlock newfound confidence in themselves within just 90 days. If you feel like your body is holding you back from expressing who you want to be, so if you want to be a different person, if you want to reinvent yourself, then this is for you. Those that want to take control of their mind and habits to live their dream life, if you want to finally take control of your negative thought patterns, your negative habits, and flip the script and actually take ownership of your brain and reach your dream life where you're traveling, having amazing experiences with your partner, then this is for you because this is not just about changing your body, it's also about changing your mind. So, a little bit about me. Who am I? Well, my name is Max, and I am a 4-year kinesiology graduate major. I did 4 years of kinesiology, sports science, and I also have an NASM certification as a certified personal trainer. So, how I got my start is I started doing push ups in my stepdad's basement to build up the courage to join a gym because I actually had absolutely zero confidence to go to the gym. I was so insecure about myself that I could not step a foot in the gym because I thought that people would judge me. I also tried to eat more food to gain weight without knowing proper nutrition, which caused me to incorporate protein shakes because I thought that the only way to gain weight was to drink tons of protein shakes. This, however, is wrong, and we will get to that in the future slide. I also spent countless hours watching YouTube videos to learn proper form on exercises to implement in the gym because I did not have a mentor to teach me exactly what to do and how to go about training. So I had to quite literally figure this all out myself, which means I spent about 8 plus hours a day just researching. 8 plus hours a day for 8 years straight. I would also listen to motivational speeches and read books to build up my mind because I realized that there was so much stuff going on in my mind that I had to fix what's up here and not just focus on my body itself. After a little bit of training, after about 1 to 3 solid months, this is where I got to. I got from having a back with absolutely no definition to a back that has all the lines, all the curves, all the veins just popping, absolutely shredded. And I was able to gain muscle, as you can clearly see, and I was extremely happy with the way I look here. However, shortly after, I had a problem. First of all, COVID hit. And second of all, I did a sales internship, which caused me to lose all of my muscle. Literally, all of my progress was gone. I was skinny fat, and I was not happy with the way I look. I may look like I'm happy in this picture right here, but in reality, guys, I was not happy with the way I look here. So I was under eating protein for nearly 3 months straight, and that is surely enough to lose actual muscle in that time frame. So, what did I do to overcome this adversity? What I did was, after I hit absolute rock bottom, I felt just as insecure as I once did when I first started lifting. This brought me memories back of what I used to be like when I was completely skinny, completely defenseless, completely helpless. It was not a good spot to be in. However, this negative and uncomfortable feeling lit a fire inside of me to push through my adversity and get in the best shape of my life possible. After multiple trials and errors and time wasted on figuring out proper nutrition, I began to see progress little by little. Now, mind you guys, this did not happen overnight. This quite literally took months and maybe even years for me to perfect because I did not have anybody coaching me. I had to completely figure this out all by myself. However, the main thing that I want to tell you guys, a little secret, if you want to see progress right off the bat, is to increase your protein intake because likely everybody is under eating protein in some way, shape, or another. So if you increase your protein, you are going to be in that calorie surplus and have sufficient protein to build muscle. And of course, this resulted me in stepping on stage and competing in the best shape I have ever been. So, absolutely insane comeback, insane transformation. And that caused me to want to help other people as well in the same situation. I came to the realization that most people, as well as me, don't have 10 plus years to figure it out and quite literally need a mentor to show them the way. Because, like with anything, you have to seek somebody or something that has more knowledge than you. When you go to school, you read books, right? To get the information. Well, the books serve as a mentor. If you didn't read the books or watch the slides, you would not get the degree that you're going to school for. The same thing applies here. You could totally try and figure this out, but this would probably take you forever, and you could be spending that time doing something you enjoy and just putting it elsewhere. So, I first began coaching friends. It started with something super simple. And then I started moving on to coaching actual clients and saw the progress that they were making and the positive feedback that I was receiving. And after about 8 years of reading over 6,000 pages on self improvement and neuroscience, I also began helping people with their habits. I noticed that their brains make a huge impact on the progress that they have with their fitness journeys. And I realized, if I can improve their habits, whether it's eating habits, whether it's thinking habits, their entire physique would improve. And get this, not just their physique, but their entire life. And so I took two concepts, fitness and neuroscience, and I paired it together. And that is exactly why I will introduce you now to Lucid Physique. Lucid Physique is a brand that focuses on awakening your inner and outer potential. And so I actually came up with a 3-tier pillar system to help you get to that point. Each pillar focuses on different things. Starting with step 1, we got the training and the nutrition. Then we got step 2, which focuses on setting habits. And then step 3 is the accountability. So let's go ahead and dive into each of these steps so you can clearly see more in depth of what is going on here. So starting off with step 1, the training and the nutrition. What you're going to want to do is track your daily caloric intake and stay in a calorie surplus if you want to put on size and muscle. And this could range from anywhere from 300 to 500 calories. This will put you in the perfect spot to be gaining steady weight. Make sure you're also eating enough protein because, frankly, I made that mistake in 2022 where I actually underate protein and I became skinny fat. I lost tons of weight, but not the good kind of weight. And I ended up being really skinny, really weak, and basically fat at the same time. Make sure you're also hitting the same muscle group at least 2 times per week for optimal stimulus because a lot of people either undertrain or overtrain and they end up not seeing the results that they want to see. And it leaves them with a body that they're not truly proud of because they trained improperly. And with all that being said, the biggest point I want you guys to get out of this video is the progressive overload. Make sure you are progressively overloading at the gym. So, what does that mean? It simply means that the weights or the sets at the gym are going up over time. It basically means that you are progressing slowly with each and every session. If you're going into the gym and every single session feels the same and you feel like you're walking out and you just did like a routine, then you're training wrong. What you guys want to do instead is to push to your absolute limit and perform better than you performed last time. And that is training harder than last time. So that is step 1. Now on to step 2, which is the building of the habits. So what you want to do for this is you want to identify the negative habit you want to eliminate and replace it with a positive habit you want to reinforce. And you want to track this for at least 21 days because it takes around 21 days to form a new habit and break an old one. You're going to want to consume positive pieces of information to feed the brain quality fuel because there's a lot of garbage out in the world right now with negative news, negativity, gossiping. We want to eliminate all that. If we want to become the best version of ourselves, we have to make sure we are feeding our brains top-notch quality information. And that means reading daily and getting in the habit of meditating at least 10 minutes a day. Because what that's going to do is it's going to help you clear your mind, it's going to help you stay grounded, and it's going to help you absorb positive information quicker, more efficiently, and then act on it. And the key to eliminating a bad habit, guys, is to cultivate strong negative emotions towards that habit. So, whether you want to quit smoking, whether you want to quit drinking, whether you want to quit overthinking, the biggest thing you want to do is to cultivate negative feelings towards that thought pattern. And that will start to break that pattern. And then, of course, on to step three, which is the accountability portion. This is really important, guys, because you want to find someone that can hold you accountable to do those things. Because 80% of the people that make progress go back to their old selves without a personal cheerleader. You need someone to be there on the sidelines cheering you on, because likely all of the stuff that I taught you in this video, although really insightful and valuable, people don't always take action. Don't always hold themselves accountable. So it's very important to have a coach, to have a mentor, to be able to guide you through the pathways. Find someone with 10 plus years of experience, me, to get you where you want to go faster. Because, like any teacher, for example, in school, if you guys want to become a doctor, you have to go to a doctor professor, to a medical professor to teach you all those things. We always need mentors and we always need guides, and there's nothing wrong with having a guide. The best part about having a guide is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The guide simply gives you a blueprint, a framework, and all you have to do is follow that framework, and you can get to where you want to be in twice the time. Way faster than you initially would if you did this all completely by yourself. And finally, what you really want to do is have weekly check ins to ensure that you stay on track and make progress. It's important to be communicating with the person that's your mentor at least once a week to ensure that you're on the right track. And so, the coolest thing about this is that this ensures progress. If you're held accountable, you are more likely to stick to it. And so, that leaves us with our last point. Where do I start? How do I do it? What you can do today is book a strategy call with me below. So click the button/link below and schedule a strategy call. And I am going to help you out because I truly want to see you become the best version of yourself. So I will see you guys on the other side. Peace.